Welcome back to TechKidFX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Lunc, whose current price stands at the $0.00024282 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 1.28%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures, the Fibonacci's, so the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out any key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening here on the Lunc chart. From these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, which has been obeying this Elliot wave structure, having a wave 5 taking us back to around the $0.00005959 mark. And since this is a fractal wave to the upper side, we can now name that as a higher Elliot wave count 1. And after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1, whatever we expect next is a corrective movement in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, and I believe that is what we are seeing here on the Lunc chart in this movement right here, making our low for that second wave at around the $0.00018 mark. And after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2, whatever we expect next is the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3, which is an impulsive wave. And because of that, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation like what we have seen in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 over here. So I expect to see such a similar structure in the formation of a third wave to the upper side, and I believe that is what is playing out over here. After making our low down there, we saw a very nice impulsive movement to the upper side, managing to break above key areas of resistances, and also made our high at around the $0.00037 mark. And that movement to the upper side, I can term it as an Elliot wave structure, having this as the first wave to the upper side. Then whatever we are seeing over here is the formation of a wave 2, then we are yet to see a wave 3, then a wave 4, and a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within that higher Elliot wave count 3. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave, so that it can give us the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing it on the Elliot wave structures. After seeing the high for that first wave, we saw a very nice retracement over here in the formation of a wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's, we can get a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of this second wave, connecting the fibs from the low of that wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, and that gives me a minimum target area in the formation of a wave 2 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. And you can see we have retraced into that target area right here, and even managed to break out of that target area to the lower side. And since we have not yet lost the fib level 0.786 fib level, which is right here, that means this wave 2 to the lower side is still our valid wave 2, but the moment we lose that key area on the Fibonacci, then I'll have to view this movement to the lower side as something else. And the only way we can view that movement to the upper to the lower side as is just a massive ABC corrective movement. And in case that plays out, I'll have this as a massive ABC corrective movement, and the new low that we make, that I'll term it as the low for that second wave, then start sketching out movements to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3. But since we have not yet lost that key area on the Fibonacci, this is still a valid wave 2, and we can use it to sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3. And I just need to use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of that wave 1 to the high of the wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of that second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.0005358 mark. So that is the minimum that I would expect that bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3 to do. Then expect a wave 5, a wave 4, and then a wave 5 to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. Also getting back to the key chart patterns that you have information over here to give us the short-term scenarios that can play out. Over here in the formation of a wave 2, you can see we have the formation of a triangle, which I have highlighted here in red, having this as the upper side of that triangle. Then we have this horizontal line over here as the baseline of that triangle, and you can see we had a breakout to the lower side of the triangle, and the minimum target area for the breakout out of this chart pattern is the height of that triangle. So using a trend line, we can get that height, and then place it down here to give us a minimum target area to the lower side, and that gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.00015 mark. And in case that plays out and we continue pushing lower in the out of this chart pattern that I have information right here, that would mean we'll be making a new low, and in case that plays out, then that low will be the low for that higher Elliott wave count 2, then start sketching out a movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliott wave count 3. So I hope Lunc couldn't see continued lower prices to get us back to this low that I have drawn out here on this chart, and we are going to see a very nice bounce to the upper side once we manage to break above this key area of resistance that we are trading within over here. And within this movement right here near this key area of support and resistance, we have another key chart pattern that is in formation, which is a channel, and if I draw it out, we can have this as the lower side of that channel, then the upper side, then I can drag the structure like that, and you can see that Lunc has continued to respect this channel, giving us more than 3 touch points. And at the moment we are trading maybe at the middle of this channel, and there's a movement that is taking us even lower since we tried to break out of the channel in this movement right here, but the movement to the upper side was not a success, and we are trading back to the lower side of the channel. And within this channel we also have a key support zone, which is at around the $0.00024 mark, and it seems like Lunc is trading within it, and soon maybe we might lose that key area of support. And in case that happens, then I would expect Lunc to take us back to the lower side of the channel, and there are 2 possibilities that can play out over here. We can get to the lower side of the channel and then see a very nice bounce to the upper side, manage to break out of the channel to the upper side and continue pushing higher. There is also a possibility that we can break out of the channel to the lower side, and in case that plays out, we can expect even a retest of the lower side of the channel, and that movement would be taking us even lower. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and in case that plays out, then a continuation of the breakout out of that triangle that I had drawn out here on this chart will still be playing out. And zooming in so that I can also give you a target area to the upper side in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upper side, basing it on the trend based Fibonacci, connecting from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the wave 2. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.009 mark. And once I place it well, Lunc might be losing 1-0, taking us back to around the $0.01 mark. Also taking a look at the indicators to see what movements will be supported here on the 1 hour RSI. Here on the 1 hour RSI we are trading at around the 47 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movement either to the upper side and also to the lower side. Also taking a look at the MACD. Here on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that means lower prices will be coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.